Yeah. Hold on.
It's Macabre. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome to Monday Morning Macabre. You ever when the gun sounds and you eat shit? That was that. That was the podcast
You were totally
version.
fine right before we hit record.
Yeah. Well, then you know how that spirit gets in me when it's time to talk spooky.
True.
I
We're both
subbed
possessed throughout the entire recording. We do not
Yeah.
remember any of this after.
it's like a werewolf thing. We wake up and we're confused.
We're
I
naked,
subbed in,
covered in blood, and confused.
Yeah, classic Monday mornings. I subbed in content Darce, and I guess you heard the transition there. Anywho, hey guys.
Welcome.
Welcome. Take a seat. Take a load off. Take a seat off.
Doris, what's doing in your life?
Oh, so glad you asked, Scones. Oh my god. My daughter woke up at 2:30 in the morning yesterday and threw up watermelon.
That's sick.
Or as she calls it, billin'.
It sounds probably easy to clean, right? Of all the things you could throw up.
I mean, it's still like covered in bile and stinks.
Did you let her eat
but
the
I
seeds?
guess?
Is that why?
Yeah, there's a full watermelon came out of her mouth because it grew in her stomach.
There's your problem.
And I was like, I called the mechanic and he said, I think it's your problem. And I said, thank you so much. Shout out to Gary's Auto Service on Route 9. So then she throws up and we're like, this is not what we want for you. So threw her in the tub and then slept on the couch with her.
Haven't seen her since.
So I haven't seen her. Yeah, threw her in the tub. Haven't seen her since. Haven't shut off the water. It's still going. So just kidding.
That's dark.
Just
But
kidding.
that's what we
Child
do here.
Services. My kids are fine, and these are jokes.
We're goofy people who have dark interests.
Such a goofy joke we just made. so silly and goofy.
We are so silly, dude.
Tee-hee. Ooh.
People hate to see silly gooses winning.
Oh my God, you're so right. When was the last time you saw a silly goose win?
I'd probably be mad.
Dude, we literally saw a statue dedicated to a silly goose that they didn't let win in college. Do you know what I'm talking about? This is a very specific reference.
Yes, it's at the pond. Yeah. There's a heated,
Yeah,
it's
really
a
sad.
koi pond that's the size of a natural pond, like a
koi
real
pond,
big pond.
the size of a small country, and it's pretty
For
lit.
some reason, there's like a dope statue of a goose who people hated seeing winning, so they killed him. But
Yeah,
then they made
really
a statue
sad.
out of him.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of examples.
I forget his name.
I don't know either, and I'm not looking it up, baby. You can't make me.
He was probably like getting into trouble, stealing people's keys.
Yeah. He was
Like
the original.
switching around their gardening tools.
Swapping, switching, Googling, binging, doing all this stuff. Scones, what was the last thing you binged?
Ooh. That's a really good question.
It's impossible to answer.
It would have been like
Listeners, play
9
this game
years
too.
ago.
Everyone play this game. What was my last Bing search?
I remember on my first laptop, Bing was like the default.
Yeah, that's what
search
they do.
engine,
They
and
hit you with
I just
the-
fucking used it. I was like, and then eventually Microsoft was like, "You like that? Try Microsoft Edge." And I was like, "This is awful. I'm going to Google." And that's when I turned over.
Get binged on, son.
I don't know why they have a competing thing with Bing. I mean, I guess it's not like a. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not a browser.
This is
but
the topic of
whatever.
today. Is Microsoft
Last time we
Bing.
used Bing, baby.
Bing Bong Brothers.
I'm gonna go to Bing.com.
Yeah, that's
What
it's still
happens?
you go to Bing.
Oh, it's lilacs, and then there's a bunch of ads. I already hate this. There's so many ads.
So Bing still exists. That's terrifying, but also I don't know, Scones, if you have any spooky topics to talk about before we get into our main topic. Do you have anything spooky happen this weekend?
I was listening to a podcast last night while I was driving in the dark, and in the
Terrifying.
podcast there was an explosion. It was a fiction
What was-
podcast, and it
drop
scared
the
me, and I almost drove up.
name.
It was. I finally got around to it. People in my life have been suggesting it
Ooh,
because
I'm
of my
excited.
interests. Finally got around to it. Wolverine: The Long Night.
Oh, it's so good.
and it's literally a TV show, just the sound, and it's so good, but it also scares the shit out of you at some points while you're driving in the middle of the night, like when there's an explosion and it's sounds like as loud as a real explosion.
Yeah, like also.
But I was beyond blown away with that. Everyone should check it out. It was like,
especially if you want to hear like the most gravelly voiced Wolverine in recent memory. It's so.
Hey, I'm here for Richard Armitage. He was great. Trevor Belmont. He was great. Wolverine. So I'm like,
I like him a lot.
Yeah, it's just a great show.
If you want to see Wolverine as an Alaskan crab fisherman or whatever, like, there you go,
dude. And it's not even like people are probably. I'm a comic book nerd, but I know a lot of people that are like, I'm sick of Marvel shit.
Curd for short.
Dude, there's so much other stuff that is not Marvel. Like there's like cults and like a conspiracy.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. Also,
like
it's
true
like
crime and like it's incredible, dude.
It's
like it's an awesome, scary story that happens to have Wolverine in it.
Right. Agreed.
Agreed. And I won't tell who the bad guy is because that kind of gives away a lot.
It's crazy that they managed to get Hitler in there, dude.
Dude, I just said.
Oh, sorry, shit. It's crazy.
Spoilers.
That they managed to get.
When Wolverine walks in, he's like, "You found my other bunker."
Wow, you sound just like him. Spot on.
You can't prove I don't.
Hey, on God, I actually can.
That's true.
Turns out he had recordings. Turns out he used those recordings. Yeah, recording. Like actually, his content was a big part of his marketing.
When he took that selfie video in the bunker.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
Hello, what's up, Fuhrer gang? It's me and Ava Braun here. Things are looking not super chill, so
pretty mid for real.
He's off himself right there, and the Allies win. And thank God.
And then Captain America flies home. Scones, you're bringing that makes sense. You're bringing the spooky this week. Care to?
I'm bringing the spooky now.
He's bringing the spooky now. What about spooks?
Today we're going to be talking about, and I don't think we've talked about this yet, but I'm real sorry if we have.
Definitely like what's it looking for? Not tangential.
I don't know what you're trying to say to me.
It's like something that we were like we've talked near. Adjacent.
We've danced around.
It's definitely adjacent to other topics. Is that what I'm looking for?
It's the mystery of Mount Shasta.
Shasta, I hardly know her.
Shaba, right? Oh my God. All right, band.
Slack your sling slurps and slurping.
So I got an article from journalnews.com.ph. I don't know what that means.
That is hilarious.
Why is this a bad site?
No, just the name journalnews.com. It's like if my website was called like coolchad.com. I don't know. It's like they're trying to double down on the adjective of news reporting.
I did not do any kind of like background search into this website. Again, I'm sorry if it's something really weird and scary, or the guy who made it is like doing something weird and scary. But here we are.
Fuck citing sources, dog.
We got an article from February 28th, 2022 by the user Peoples Tonight is the name of the user.
Everything we're about to read is a very, very you can trust it. It's very trustworthy information.
There's upwards of like 150 ads on this page, but we're gonna roll with it.
Yeah, it's a trustworthy source, primary source even.
Since time remembered throughout history and cultures, there have always been tales of mystical, magical places lying lost out over the horizon.
Sheesh.
We as a species seem to innately love lore, that idea of some lost civilization or wondrous city hidden away beyond the fringes of what we know. And such stories appear in the legends of cultures across geographical divides.
Damn.
One such
journal
story
news
that has persisted for quite some time is that of a fantastical city hidden away within the wilds of California's Mount Shasta, which is said to be populated by a race of mysterious magical beings with fantastical machines.
I like this. I'm a fan.
Jerry's in.
Makes me think of dwarves, I guess.
Pretty much. There can be no doubt that Mount Shasta casts a rather startling, formidable presence for those who first lay eyes upon it.
Okay.
Lying within the southern end of the Cascade Mountain Range in Siskiyou County, California, Mount Shasta is now a dormant volcano which soars 14,179 feet over the surrounding forested valley. That's 4,322 meters for any of our folks outside the U.S.
Also, Scones just did that math. That's not in the article.
No. Easy peasy, dude.
His brain is like a calculator. Watch this. Scones. 2 times 2.
4.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me Google. Let me Bing it. Find out if you're right.
Yeah, please Bing it.
All right. We've Binged it. It's 4.
No repeating decimals after either.
Ooh. He right.
And, it's not a prime number, and it's not a letter. So.
Oh my god, dude. That's like I think
you're gonna go on Jeopardy soon.
I was gonna say, holy shit. Yeah, you said you said them all. I just checked the fact sheet.
Mount Shasta is the second highest peak in the Cascade Range and the 5th highest mountain in all of California. Since Mount Shasta is not connected to any other surrounding nearby mountains, it stands alone, bursting abruptly and steeply from the ground like a mystical solitary giant to loom over the majestic valleys of green around it and completely dominate the landscape of Northern California. So it kind of is like the Lonely Mountain. You're right.
It's kind of like the edgy, like emo mountain.
Pretty much. It's like a lone wolf. It kind of like don't trust anybody. He's a really like nice guy, but you wouldn't like him when he's angry.
Yeah, if you put your ear to the summit, you'll hear Boulevard of Broken Dreams play. It's super sick.
It is said that the massive, rather intimidating Lone Mountain can be seen from up to 140 miles away on a clear day, making it a striking natural monolith, which has captured the admiration and imagination of mankind for centuries. There'd be no surprise that the mountain has attracted to it all manner of legends and strange stories, with the natives of the area weaving all manner of myth and magic about it.
Manner of myth and magic?
All manner of myth and magic on Monday Morning Macabre, dear boy.
And
one of the strange stories that has surrounded this peak is the idea that it houses a mysterious ancient civilization of mystical refugees from a sunken lost continent.
I fucking love it. So it's like Atlantis, but a volcano.
Yes.
Sheesh.
We got to the bottom of it, listeners.
All right. Close up shop.
So like I said, the most enduring, well-known, and bizarre tale of Mount Shasta is that the mountain harbors an ancient secret city inhabited by the descendants of what are called the Lemurians.
Whoa.
Have we talked about the Lemurians? Lemurians?
Lemurians? No, dude. That sounds like a mermaid and like a French mermaid.
Yeah, it's spelled like lemur and then Ians.
Lemurians.
Dude,
Zabumafu was the king?
He sure was. The Kratz brothers knew.
Sheesh.
Lemurians, which are the supposedly highly technologically advanced people who are said to have been the first humans on Earth and lived on a lost, sunken continent known as Lemuria. So this is like Adam Driver and that little girl in that new movie.
That movie like 1963 or whatever it's called?
I think it's 65, but you're close.
Hey, can't stop, won't stop.
And I was like, dude, in Hollywood, it's so hot to have like a grizzly old guy walking around with like a little kid right now.
Yeah, dude. That's why me and my daughter go on walks every day, trying to get that Hollywood cash.
Does it work?
Haven't gotten a call yet, baby, but my agent is doing his best, or so he says.
You're like, dear, come here, eat all this watermelon.
I'm like, you need to start swearing and be more like rough, and I gotta, have a trauma and then kind of warm up to you.
I need stories for the talk shows.
And she's like, I need to eat more billin'. Bleh.
The name Lemuria was coined in the mid-19th century to denote a hypothetical sunken continent that once bridged the Indian Ocean, and was so named because it was speculated that it was through this mysterious continent that the animals called lemurs have migrated from Madagascar to India.
Oh. Okay, so lemurs are super intelligent hyper beings.
Yep, with sick cars. Right, Phil? Yeah. Phil, it's been a while.
Yeah, I've been cruising down the street.
You have, and you look good doing it.
Thank you so much.
The story goes that as their continent sank due to some unspecified apocalyptic cataclysmic event, we don't need both those words, but either way, which some circles
super easy out there for the inventor of Lemurians.
Which some circles say was the very same that sunk the more well-known Atlantis. And as their civilization lay in ruin, a number of Lemurians managed to escape over the sea to Mount Shasta to establish the city of Talos, somewhere under the mountain, where they created their once great society and purportedly continue to live to this day.
Oh, hold on one second. Hello? No, we're recording a podcast.
Live on air.
Why? Okay. Well, I can come to see you after we finish the podcast. All right. Bye. All right. We back.
Is that some longtime caller, first-time listener?
Yeah, that was Debbie Dubbins.
Thank you, Debbie Dubbins.
Debbie Dubbins is a hyphenated last name, by the way. Longtime caller, first-time listener. Won't stop calling the studio. Will not listen
to an episode.
Anyway.
The Lemurians are typically described as being tall, graceful, and thin, ethereal beings who stand up to 7 feet in height with fair, almost luminescent skin, long, luxurious hair, and abnormally long necks.
That's my Match.com description.
Ideal roommate, which they said to decorate with collars made of beads, gold, or precious stones.
All right.
Yes.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Yes.
Beads, golds, precious stones.
Ooh, marigold.
Marigold.
Kill beads, fuck precious stones.
All right. Keep going.
The strange being. Are you disappointed with that answer?
Well, I'll tell you at the end of the episode.
The strange beings are
when
usually
we're
clad
off the air, so no one can hear it.
The strange beings are usually clad in flowing white robes and sandals, although they are sometimes said to wear tunics or even walk about nude.
Dude, nude walkabouts?
Dude, you ever taken a nude walkabout? I have not.
Dude, yeah. I then took a nude prison sentence. It was sick.
Dude, this one time I was at a family's house, and like my family's house.
Just not a family. That's a random family's house.
And we were leaving, and it was nighttime, and the neighbor was just sitting out smoking a cigarette on his front steps, completely naked. He's like a 55-year-old dude.
Dude, that guy's just cool.
And I was like,
that's
talk
just
about
cool
living your life,
dude.
man.
He
definitely just got laid or something. Like, yeah, he's either having a tough day or an awesome one.
Oh yeah, it's not just a normal
strip down on a so day.
Smoking the cigarette makes me think that maybe he was just like, what you had said, but wouldn't you be worried? Like, wouldn't you worry about maybe like burning yourself?
I don't think that guy worries about anything at that
That's
moment.
true. I guess if you're sitting nude outside, you're probably not.
I think
really.
if you're smoking cigarettes, you're already not thinking about the repercussions of anything.
Yeah, I'm just gonna light up fireworks and smoke cigarettes. Got to put on my gear, and by that I mean nothing.
Hey.
Let it fly.
They're said to have mastered various advanced technologies such as atomic energy, magnetism, electronics, and some even say the ability to alter space-time itself thousands of years ago, and they are believed to possess great levitating airships, which they use for transport.
Okay, sick.
So they got magnets. I don't know if you heard out of all that.
So someone tell the Insane Clown Posse, get them on the phone. Maybe they're Lemurians.
Let's just say their report cards are on the fridge.
Woo-wee. They don't need no Bing.
It is even claimed that they illuminate their subterranean realm with an artificial miniature sun, powered by some unknown powerful energy source beyond anything that humans know.
Why not just get a light bulb? Why
Dude, do you need that vitamin D, dog?
Why do you need to make your own special fancy sun? The light's not good enough anymore?
Oh, what? Your family and the light we provide isn't good enough anymore? The Lemurians...
You haven't seen Encanto?
Too good to come watch Encanto with your family?
The candle burning in the house? You don't want to watch it?
Oh, I bet you got your big city popcorn and your big fancy movies. You don't need us anymore.
Your mommies. Where are your mommies now?
If anybody has family members that utilize guilt, that rings true.
Yeah. Oh, baby. Is there any other thing to utilize?
Apparently a miniature sun underground.
Oh, God, I wish that were me.
And we're back. The Lemurians are also purported to have a walnut-sized organ of some sort, which protrudes from their foreheads and supposedly imbues them with vast psychic powers, such as ESP, telekinesis, telepathy, the ability to appear and disappear at will, and the power to influence the minds of others.
Dude, I need
Darius,
a
they got that
walnut
nut on their head, yeah.
Trying to get a head nut for telepathy, bro.
Oh, no, dude.
Dude, sheesh.
Sharoni.
Sheesh.
The theory of Lemurians living within Mount Shasta has a history almost as odd as the purported beings themselves. The whole tale can probably best trace its beginnings back to a book called A Dweller on Two Planets, which was written by Frederick S. Oliver in 1899. So this is like back in the day. This is before
this is that old.
Science fiction was cool, dude.
They were like, we barely have a light bulb to let them use.
In the summer of 1883, a teenaged Oliver had been helping his family mark the boundaries of their mining claim, which entailed driving wooden stakes into the ground and then marking their location in a notebook. At some point during this arduous task, Oliver's hand allegedly began to shake and convulse uncontrollably and started to write down things seemingly of its own volition.
It was the source code to Bing.
This sounds like the origin of Mormonism, but here we go.
True.
The boy ran home in a panic, his hand continuing to act of its own accord, writing feverishly the entire way as if
just flipping everyone off.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
That's not me, I swear.
As if it had a mind of its own. And as soon as he arrived, his mother gave him more paper to write on. He could continue to write and write and write, scrawling across the paper. This initial mysterious seizure would stop shortly after, revealing the beginning of a text. Over the next 3 years, Oliver's hand would occasionally be overcome by this mysterious force, writing several pages here and there, until finally in 1895 he had completed an entire book which chronicled and described the existence of a secret Lemurian city at Mount Shasta and their history. Oliver would go on to claim that he had been chosen by the Lemurians as their secretary of sorts, and that the whole book had been telepathically channeled through him and onto the paper via automatic writing.
Somebody just wanted, like, some attention, bro.
No, that's what... Dude, this is what we were talking about. We don't remember this recording after we're done.
Bro, do we not?
I got lemurs operating my arms like a puppet right now.
Like, yeah, my jaw is just moving on its own. Also, the first text he wrote was just "you up," and then
it was a Lemurians, bro.
I swear to God.
Oliver further went so far as to claim that he had been taken astrally to the city itself and had seen it with his own eyes, describing it as being deep within the mountain and comprised of vast warrens of illuminated tunnels with secret automatic doors, elegant architecture, and apartments plated with gold and carpeted with luxurious fleecy substance. So it sounds like, yeah, the Dwarven City. It sounds like Casa Dune.
I was going to say, it's basically just Ironforge.
Indeed, the entire city was said by Oliver to be generously decked out in glittering crystals, gold, silver, bronze, and precious stones, the whole of which was powered by crystal energies, brightly illuminated, and was inaccessible to outsiders without the express invitation of the Lemurians themselves. So they got like that Protoss. They constructed all the pylons they need.
Dude, that's, man, that never happens.
Yeah, how come those games never say, you've done enough?
Hey,
take a rest.
Enough pylons. We got it.
You've made a responsible amount of pylons.
Judging by our data, your pylons are fine.
Why do you want more? You're never going to be happy. You're going to keep chasing all these pylons.
You're never going to make another pylon that you need.
And yet, every day I wake up, you must construct additional
pylons. Not even additional. Never enough for you. My
capitalism.
Pylons.
High technology was said to be abound in this fantastic. That one's gonna hit with like 3 people, maybe.
Hey, you ever play?
Unless we got 90s? Listeners in Korea, then it's going to boom.
Oh,
but
big.
Other than that,
our Korean listeners are gonna love that.
Yeah, is said to abound in this fantastical city, with numerous mentions of various incredible gadgets and vehicles employed by the city's residents, including large cigar-shaped airships, which zoomed about and hovered overhead.
And Teslas.
The book was quite groundbreaking ahead of its time, and when it was released, making detailed mention of such high-concept notions as quantum mechanics, anti-gravity, mass transit, and zero-point energy, which he called dark side energy, all of which were extremely unique concepts at the time. So that is crazy that he kind of came up with all those things that ended up being semi-real.
Dark side energy is a sweet fucking name.
Well, plus, like, physicists at the time were like, apples fall. Like, they didn't know that, like, dark energy and dark matter exist. And this guy
I think we're
like,
a little
I got bunked on the
that,
head and I saw cigar ships and they got...
Yeah. They're like,
So
bro,
that's pretty crazy.
They got Tostitos shaped like scoops in there.
And also, like, a bunch of, stuff that apparently was quantum mechanics that, like, again, did not exist as a thing.
Well, cool.
Although Oliver died in 1899 at the age of 33, just like Jesus, no big deal, his bizarre book was finally published in 1905 by his mother, Mary Elizabeth Manley Oliver, which is a hell of a name.
That's a sick name.
At the time of the publication of Oliver's book, it became an instant occult classic and openly acknowledged sources of many New Age belief systems, sects, and cults.
Shout
So
out.
now we're getting into the MMM territory, baby.
Yum, 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 yum.
It would even spawn a sequel entitled An Earth Dweller's Return. But it would certainly not be the last literary mention of the strange lost city of the Lumerians on Mount Shasta. In fact, in 1931. Harvey Spencer Lewis, using a pseudonym that doesn't fucking matter, also wrote a whole book.
Harvey Henser Lewis.
His pseudonym was Weisar Spenley Survey.
That's so sick.
So if you want to find his book, I guess I'll plug it there, but it really doesn't matter. Also wrote a whole book on the phenomena, which further launched. Darce, what would your pen name be? Your pseudonym?
Oh, man. Probably like Morpheus von Brahms Starchmeyer.
That's a good one.
Thanks. Yeah. I've been going by that for a long time now. That wasn't me trying to think more words. That was how it's spelled. Just so you know.
I'm a fan.
Fan? Lover? Why not both?
Also wrote a whole book on the phenomenon, which further launched the popularity of the idea of lost cities and societies lurking within the depths of the mountain.
Pog.
From here, the accounts of the strange race of powerful beings and their magnificent, highly sophisticated city of Telos really took off.
How is that? Is that Talos?
It sure is, Daddy.
All right, because I've seen
You've seen Telos?
There's a game called the Talos Principle.
Oh no! Did he give you detention, bro?
Oh man, I snuck a hot dog into math class.
Super Nintendo Chalmers.
You can't light a hot dog like a cigar in math class. They send you to detention.
It's true. Those are actually in the school mission statement.
Yeah, and I go, what? It's just a meat cigar.
And they say, you know the rules. Anyway, but here,
and
you
then
can do that.
the noise of a sliding prison cell, and then me in detention.
The injustice in this world. Darce, I think this is going to be a two-parter.
Oh my God, two-parter? I hardly farted, dude.
We're going to get more into some crazy stuff that happened in the 20th century around Mount Shasta.
I like that.
So it's a pretty enduring legacy of this mountain. If you live in California near it and you've seen crazy shit, let us know.
If you hear Boulevard of Broken Dreams playing late at night, follow the music. It'll lead you up to the volcano.
Cuff your hands around your ear and say, by God, they're right.
Cuff your hands around your ear. Cuff your spring boy or girlfriend.
No, it's isn't it the opposite of cuffing season when you drop them like a bad habit?
Maybe. I don't know, baby. I'm out of the game.
He's been out of the game for too long. You can't drag him back in. But Darce, what if I told you there was one last mission?
One last job. And
what would Jenny say?
Well, she'd be in the backyard, like swinging her axe, breaking some wood, and then I'd be.
So she's the one who's doing the job.
Well, yeah, that's a good question. I don't know who they come to me to ask her because they're too scared, and I'm like, "Oh, hey, Jenny," and she's like, "Get back inside."
What did those guys with the suits say?
Oh, hey, I noticed. I'm very meek, and
do they want me for one more mission? Is that what they were here for?
Yeah. Did they say that? Did you tell them I'm out?
You're in like the second floor window, just like
calling down to her. Hey, did they say it was my old partner?
Is he dead tragically? Could I have been there to save him?
She's like, why am I chopping wood? Anyway,
that's what the listeners come here for,
guys. Part 1 of Shasta, I hardly know her.
Shasta rank
is out now.
If you can hear this, it's out now.
If you're listening, then it's definitely out now. Tell your friends about it. Rate the show. It helps us a lot. Tell your friends to rate the show. Rate your friends and then tell them about the show.
Talk to us. Who are your best friends?
Tell us your best.
I want a MySpace top 20.
DM us your best friends on Twitter. Wow. At MMMacabrePod, Instagram Monday Morning Macabre, or shoot us an email at www.mondaymorningmacabre.com with your best friends and their addresses. And
also,
and
check out our subreddit, Circoni Mac. We saw your meme. It was great.
It was good. We saw memes.
What was the
made
meme?
Me chuckle. The one with where they anytime they mention macabre and then it's Leonardo da Vinci. It's Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah.
It's Leonardo DiCaprio with the pointing meme.
Yeah,
that made me chuckle.
It's me.
Anyway, I love you. Good night.
Goodbye.
Bye.